Good afternoon, everyone, and good afternoon, Ma'am Maria Corazon. So for this afternoon, I will be going to discuss and report about teaching strategies. So under teaching strategies, so we have four important things that we need to discuss. Number one is about related services or health professionals. Number two, environmental modifications. Number three, assistive technology. And the last one is inclusive classroom approaches. All right. So our objective for this afternoon is to identify and understand the importance of teaching strategies, determine each concept about the teaching strategies related to classroom approaches, and the last one is apply to classroom for a lifelong learning. So let's begin. Now, what is related services or health professionals? So basically, related services means transportation and such developmental, corrective, and other supportive services as are required to assist, okay? The word assist, a child with a disability to benefit from special education. It includes speech language pathology, okay, and audiology services, diagnostic or evaluation purposes. So there are a lot of services nga nag-offer no to address the needs of the child who have a disability. Dagan kayo. But this afternoon, ako lang i-discuss ang basic o gamay lang no aron nga at least natay overview sa unsay related services, especially in the addressing the needs of the child or the children with disability. So number one is the audiology. So audiology is mo kini ang mo identify no sa mga bata nga naay walay pangdungog. Okay? Determination of the range, nature, and degree of hearing loss. So naay mga degree ana, nature, unsa nga klase na including referral for medical or other professional attention for the rehabilitation of hearing. So kung ma-determine na siya, so naay referral sa mga doktor gyud nga nag-offer o kung makita ang unsay need sa bata labi na sa aning bahin, so ma-address dayon og of course parents pod matabangan por magiyahan kung unsay ang nga buhaton silang anak. Alright, so we have also the counseling aside from audiology. So counseling is provided by qualified social workers, psychologists, and guidance counselors, or other qualified personnel. So ang ilang pagkabuhaton is to implement the formal plan for identifying a disability as early as possible in a child's life. So kinahanglan nga ma-assess ang kaninga bata aron nga ma-address dito as soon as possible ang gikinahanglan unsay angay nga buhaton sa bata. That's why mga parents kinahanglan gi-encourage gyud nga unay mga bata ngayon ani, so kinahanglan gyud nga ipatan-aw gidayon sa doktor so that ma-address gidayon ang gikinahanglan sa mga bata. Okay, we have also here the medical services. So it means provided by licensed physicians. So dili pwede nga dili lisensyado kinahanglan gid na siya no to determine a child's medically related disabilities that result in a child's need for special education and related services. So aron nga ma-address gidayon. And ang gikinahanglan sa bata. And we have also the occupational therapy. So means services provided by the qualified occupational therapist, no, include ang iyang trabaho is to include improving and developing or restoring function impaired or lost through illness, injury, or deprivation. So that is the service nga mahatag sa occupational therapy. And it also help to improve ability to perform tasks for independence functioning if functions are impaired or lost. Okay? Now let's go on to environmental modification, right? So one of the best way you can support children with special needs is by changing classroom environment to increase children's participation in activities. So basically, these are the you need to do, no, especially in the classroom environment labi na sa mga bata nga naay special needs. So we have here number one is offering alternative seating arrangement. Okay, is a great way to support children with disabilities depending on the needs of the individual child. You have them sit near, okay, near you or appear body in a quiet area of the classroom or a private alternative seating option. Okay, that will help them focus in class. So basically, you need to arrange them according, no, sa ilang mga sa gikinahanglan labi na sa mga bata nga with disabilities. And number two, arranging the layout of the classroom, especially in regards to classroom furniture. Sa mga bangko, can also help children with special needs move more easier around the classroom. So dili kinahanglan nga kanang butang daghan kay bangko So magbutang lang kaniya nga kung pila sila ka number mao pod to aron nga naapod sila kuan nga kanang dili sila ganahan sila maglibot-libot kinaa magina sa mga bata, normal magina siya especially sa mga special needs sa mga bata. Right, so number three is limiting visual clutter on the wall can help reduce distraction for children with autism or ADHD. So inana nga mga bahin. Ma-reduce ang distraction sa mga bata kay usually kana sila ganahan sila og no kanang ma-distract sila kung daghan kayong makita nila sa sulod sa classroom. Okay man gyud nga naay mga designs no, but it should be kuan kanang ilimit lang gid siya aron nga dili ma-distract ang mga bata. And play soft music or provide white noise throughout the day to help with sensory stimulation. So you need to play soft music, makadili sila kanang sa baan sa ilang palibot kung dili nagkuan lang sila dito sa music nga maganahan sila nga magkuan pod as they learning no in the classroom. Number five, reducing the noise level in the classroom can help children with visual or hearing impairment. So kung kanipod ng mga estudyante na kay nani, so you need also to reduce no kasi mga saba kayo nga kuan. So basically kung nagsagol ni sila na depende na po sa teacher kung sao no. And number six, changing the amount of lighting or brightening or dimming light can help children with autism or visual impairment. So basically daghan gid kayo nga pwede no nga i-consider nato is because dili lang as a teacher dili lang ka mag-focus sa usa ka estudyante or ang bata nga naay disabilities, but you need also to consider no different kind of children nga naay special needs. And number seven, adapting furniture by lowering chairs or securing desk and creating slant board throughout the classroom for writing support can help children with special disability or orthopedic impairment. So, kinahanglan na apo kay na ni mga butang labi na sa classroom kay ron nga easier po sa ila nga labi na sa pagsulat. Okay? Number 8 is for children with a cognitive or development delay or an orthopedic impairment, consider using pegs to adapt handles indoors, shelving, coat racks, backpack areas, and puzzles. So these are that you need to kuanpod kanang you need to do nga naapod sa classroom so that especially katong mga bata nga developmental delay. So of course, makaapa sila sa labi na sa pagtuon nga kauban ang uban nga mga bata with different special needs. Right. So let's go on to assistive technology. So assistive technology refers to the devices and services that used to increase, maintaining, or improve the capabilities of a student with disabilities. So basically, when let us say assistive technology, so these are the technology nga ginagamit nato nga labi na sa pag-support sa bata nga na mga special needs. So for example, mga gadgets, no? Mga sani kanang wheelchair or kanang mga panggamiton nga magiyahan no sa labi na sa ilang pagtuon. Okay? And assistive technology that helps students with learning disabilities include computer, mo ta akong gingon ganina, programs and tablets, application that provide text to speed to speech, okay? Kanang bang mga apps karon nga pwede nga tuplokon lang sa bata, then mutingog dayon ang ngalan and then ang spelling. So inana, these are the example of assistive technology. Kung wala kay, of course, wala yung mga computer, so you can use cell phones or any apps nga makatabang sa bata nga makatuon. Okay? And assistive technology, we have significant effect in helping students with disabilities progress toward the goals outlined on their individual education plans. Okay? So muna ang nagi-effect sa bata gyud. Assistive technology help in two ways. It can help the student learn how to complete the task. So baka easy lang sa ilaha, and it can also help to bypass the area of difficulty. So dali ra pud sila dili ra kayo sila maglisod ana nga labi na sa pagtuon kay tungod sa assistive technology. And of course, we have here the laptop, computers, tablet devices. So these are the example no nga makahatag og dakong tabang sa mga bata nga labi na sa mga estudyante nga galisod og kuan anang pagsulat. So of course, magiyahan through laptop na may mga kuan karon, mga apps nga pwede gamiton nga makasulat-sulat ang mga bata no. Inana nga kuan and ma-improve ang ilang the quality or sa ilang labi na katong mga naglisod yun sa handwriting. Okay? The next one is assistive technology can be used in two way. Okay? Support learning and bypass challenging tasks such as writing. Okay? In order to be effective, assistive technology needs to be embedded within quality instruction. So naagid ni siya, mag-uban gini sila ang kuan aron nga mas kanang mahatagan gyud ma-address ang needs gyud sa mga bata nga naay disabilities. Alright, so let's go on to inclusive classroom approaches. So students with special and exceptional needs are placed in inclusive learning environments. So more frequently than in the past. Every teacher wants to provide the best instruction and education for her students. Here are four strategies that had been successfully for working with students in the inclusive classroom. So let's start. Number one is to get to know your students' IEPS. So IEPS is an individualized education plan or program, or also known as IEP, right? So dili lang kay imo lang mailhan ang bata nga about sa ilang personality ana, but mo dig deeper ka labi na sa ilang mga backgrounds, unsay need sa bata gyud nga kinahanglan nga ma-address. So these are one gyud nga need sa usa ka teachers nga kanang iyang first nga mahibaluan ana nga bata no. And to ensure that the child with an identified disabilities who is attending an elementary and secondary educational institution will receive special instruction and related services. So related to their needs ang gikinahanglan sa mga bata. Kana lang yun kung unsay gikinahanglan sa bata labi na sa iyang na-identified siya nga disabilities. So kinahanglan nga mao pud ang ihatag gyud sa teacher. Okay, aron nga dili bitaw maglisod ang bata. All right. So number 2 is implement Universal Design for Learning or UDL. So it is an approach to curriculum planning and mapping that makes learning engaging and accessible to wider range of learning with different strengths and needs. So basically, importante pug kaayo ni nga naay curriculum planning and mapping. So aron pud nga kinahanglan ma-implement aron nga no ma-address gyud ang gikinahanglan gyud sa bata, makita ang strength, makita ang weaknesses, no, ma-identify ni siya mga butang aron ma-address siya og aron pud ang bata gyud mo excel sa despite sa iyang disabilities, mo excel siya sa tanan bahin sa iyang pagtuon. Okay? And number 3 is engage in collaborative planning and teaching. Okay, no classroom is an island, okay, especially in inclusive classroom. So opening up your room to service providers, para professionals, special education teachers, and parents give you valuable opportunities to participate in collaborative teaching. Collaborative teaching look different depending on what school level setting you are working. So kinahanglan nga dili lang ka kanang nagi engagement no in collaborative planning. So nagkalailahi kay tungod nagkalailahi man pod ang dili lang pud ka mag-focus sa usa ka um, special disabilities nga bata. Daghan magina siya. So you need to collaborative ang mga pamaagi no nga i-provide nimo aron nga ma-address ang different needs sa mga bata in the classroom. And the last one, number 4, is develop a strong behavior management plan. So kinahanglan nga naagid ni siya ma-develop ang strong behavior management. So having a successful inclusive classroom depends upon having control of your classroom. So kinahanglan nga makontrol ni siya as a teacher. You need to do double time ang ikaw gid mismo ang mo control labi na sa classroom. It is essential to have clearly communicated expectations and goals. So this is our objectives, no? Our objectives so sa teachers towards their students. They are accessible to all students. Your classroom environment should be tailored to better suit diverse students' need. Okay, with students and specialist input, create a checklist or action plan for students. So dili lang kay mag-focus lang gid ta dito no sa unsay about sa mga matun-an sa bata kun dili naagid ta ni checklist kay ngano man for us to kuan pod makita nato nga from the beginning or until the very end of the session or example grading, so at least makita nato ang improvement sa bata no nga gikan atong pagtungha niya antod sa paghuman. So makita nato nga for the next na pod nga kuan is another targeted na pod nga pwede buhaton sa teachers aron nga mas ma-improve pag ang bata. Alright? And that's all for my report about teaching strategies. And here are the references nga akong gikuha. Okay? And again, thank you so much for listening. And God bless everyone. Thank you.